Hello friends, in the last lecture we have studied the structure of chromosome and today we will discuss about the sex chromosomes. Before study of sex chromosome we are getting point related to structure of sex chromosome or the structure of chromosomes in detail. So on the basis of on the basis of centromere, the chromosome is of four type. Okay, on the basis of centromere, the chromosome is of four type, and first is like metacentric, second submetacentric, third acrocentric, and fourth telocentric. So see the diagram. For example, this is the metacentric, first one metacentric, second one submetacentric, third one acrocentric, and fourth one is telocentric. So on the basis of their position of centromere, the chromosome is of four types, and first one is, that is first metacentric, first one is metacentric, second one is, that is the second submetacentric. In the first one figure or the diagram, the two are similar, but in the second, that is the submetacentric, the one arm of the chromosomes is large and one is small. Okay, and third one is acrocentric. Okay, third one is acrocentric, and fourth one is telocentric. So metacentric is like V shape, submetacentric is like L shape, acrocentric like J shape, and telocentric like I shape. That means the shape is which is also seen in the structure of the chromosome. Okay, metacentric V shape, submetacentric L shape, acrocentric J shape, telocentric I shape. So that is the four type on the based on the position of centromere. Okay, that's all about the structure of chromosome and their details. Okay, that is the remaining part. Of your last lecture. Okay, then today we will discuss the sex chromosome, structure of sex chromosome. So first point, the chromosome is responsible for determination of sex, that is called sex chromosome. The chromosome which is responsible for determination of sex, that is called the sex chromosome. Sex chromosome which is also called allosomes. That means the sex chromosome which are differ from the autosomes. That means their shape and behavior which is different from the autosomes that is called the sex chromosome, or also called the allosomes. Okay. Then second one, in mammals, in some mammals, in mammals and human beings, the X and Y chromosomes, which is present. Okay. In mammals and human beings, the X and Y chromosome which is present in the mammals and human beings. Then third one. In this structure of X and Y chromosomes in the human being, let us see the diagram. There is the upper part, or also called the non-homologous region or non-homologous part, and lower part, homologous region or homologous part. In between, the centromere which is present. Both that is the left side X chromosome, and here right side, that is the Y chromosome. In between the centromere which is present in the homologous and non-homologous structure of the X and Y chromosomes. So here the homologous and non-homologous structure or regions shows dissimilar gene which is present in the X and Y chromosomes. Okay. In the structure of the X and Y chromosome, there is the homologous and non-homologous region, and that region, the dissimilar gene which is present in the homologous and non-homologous region of the X and Y chromosomes. Okay. Then fourth point. The homologous region shows the homologous parts or the region of the chromosome shows incomplete sex linkage or incomplete linkage which is present, because in that region the crossing over which is occurs in the homologous part of the X and Y chromosome. So in that the homologous region shows incomplete linkage or incomplete sex linkage which is occur, and non-homologous regions shows complete sex linkage or complete linkage or complete sex linkage which is occur in the non-homologous region. That means, why? Because one more important point, fifth point, the crossing over is occurs in the homologous region of the X and Y chromosome. The crossing over which is occurs in the homologous region means that part, that is the homologous region. In this region, the crossing over which is present, and that's why in the homologous region they show incomplete sex linkage because separation of the genes in that region, and non-homologous region there is a complete linkage or complete sex linkage which is occur, because do not crossing over in this region, and that's why complete sex linkage which is occur in the non-homologous region of the X and Y chromosome. Okay. Then we will discuss the for comparative study between the X and Y chromosome. So in this structure, the X and Y chromosomes are differentiated or with the help of some point. So in this we draw this out and comparative study. So in left side here X chromosomes, here in the right side Y chromosomes. Comparison between the X and Y chromosome. Comparison between the X and Y chromosome. So let us see what is the difference or what is the comparative point related to the X and Y chromosome. Related to the X and Y chromosome. So first, X chromosome is a short. Sorry, it is a straight rod-like and longer than the Y chromosomes. The X chromosome is a straight rod-like and longer than the Y chromosome. In the sense, in this Y chromosome, the Y chromosome is shorter and smaller than the X chromosomes. That is the main difference. Y chromosome is short, smaller than the X chromosome. First differential point. Then second, X chromosome is a metacentric. It is a metacentric and appear X-shaped structure. Then Y chromosome, it is a acrocentric. We have already studied the shape of the chromosome on the basis of their centromere, position of centromere. So X chromosome is metacentric. Okay, that is the X chromosome is a metacentric and Y chromosome is acrocentric due to their position of the centromere. So here it's appear acrocentric and appear Y-shaped structure. So also called J-shape in that structure of the acrocentric chromosome. Okay, Y-shaped structure which is found in the acrocentric type of the chromosome, that is the Y chromosome. Okay. Then third point. In this X chromosome, the larger amount of euchromatin and smaller amount of heterochromatin. So here in this Y chromosome, the smaller amount of euchromatin and larger amount of heterochromatin. So in this case, the X chromosome has larger amount of euchromatin and smaller amount of heterochromatin. So larger the amount of euchromatin shows hence larger amount of DNA material, because more amount of euchromatin is present, and that's why in this X chromosome larger amount of DNA material which is present in the X chromosome, and that's why they are genetically more active. They are genetically active. In this, they are genetically active. X chromosome genetically more active because they contain the larger amount of euchromatin, and hence they have larger amount of DNA material, and that's why the X chromosome is genetically more active. In the sense, the Y chromosome, the smaller amount of euchromatin and larger amount of heterochromatin. That's why smaller amount of DNA material in the Y chromosome, smaller amount of DNA material which is present in the Y chromosome, and that's why they are genetically less active. Y chromosome is genetically less active because smaller amount of the euchromatin, and it has a smaller amount of DNA material, and that's why they have genetically less active as compared to the X chromosome. That means X chromosome is genetically more active, and Y chromosome is genetically less active as compared to X chromosome. Okay, then 3 point. Then 4th point. In this X and Y chromosome, the X chromosome which is found in the X chromosome found in both, that is male and female. For example, if you see the XX, okay, for 23 out of their pairs, in the female human being they have XX character, and male have XY character. So in this, the X chromosome found in both, that is the female and that is the male. Okay, that is the male and female. In both the parents, that is the male and female, the X chromosome which is present. Okay, in the sense Y chromosome, fourth point, or the fifth point, the Y chromosomes which is found only male. Here in the male only the Y chromosome is present, but here female 2X are present. In the upcoming lecture, that is the sex determination in human being, that time we will discuss in detail. Okay, so in this, on the Y chromosome they are only found in the male parents. Okay, and X chromosome which is found in both, that is the male and female. That is the main difference between the X and Y chromosome. Then in this fifth point, the X-linked genes, or the sixth or fifth point, the X-linked genes which are present, the X-linked genes which are present in non-homologous region of X and Y chromosome. The X-linked genes which are present in the non-homologous part of the X chromosomes of the non-homologous. That means here the X-linked genes which are present in the non-homologous or the non-homologous part of the chromosome, and here the Y-linked genes which are present in the non-homologous region or parts of the Y chromosome. Here, the Y-linked genes which are present in this portion of the non-homologous region, because that is the non-homologous region, and that's part the Y-linked genes which are present in the non-homologous region of the Y chromosome, and the X-linked genes which are present in the non-homologous part of the X chromosome. Okay, that is the difference between the X-linked genes present on the X chromosome on the non-homologous part, and Y-linked genes present on the Y chromosome on the non-homologous parts of the chromosome. Okay, then sixth point. Here, sixth point. In this point number 6, the genes present on the genes present on X chromosome shows present on X chromosomes. That means in this X chromosomes shows, that means in this part, X genes present on X chromosome, that means that X chromosome shows crisscross inheritance, crisscross inheritance. Example is hemophilia, and color blindness. Example of the color blindness. The genes present on the X chromosome of the left side on the whiteboard. So the genes present on the X chromosome shows crisscross inheritance. Example, hemophilia and color blindness. Example is hemophilia and color blindness. In the example of crisscross inheritance which are present in the X chromosome. Then 6. The genes present on Y chromosomes. The genes present on Y chromosome shows straight inheritance. That means example of this is this Y chromosome related to Y hypertrichosis. Hypertrichosis. That means phalangric genes which is present into the male human being on their ear pinna. The outer surfaces of the ear pinna on the male human being, they have presence of hair. They have presence of hair or hairy outgrowth on their ear pinna or hair असतात, and that disorder is called, or that genetical disorder is also called hypertrichosis, because in that condition the phalangric gene which is responsible to growing the hair on the surfaces of the ear of the human being, and that is called the hypertrichosis. Responsible for which gene? Phalangric genes. Responsible for phalangric genes, and that's why male causes the hypertrichosis. But in the X chromosome, they related to the X chromosome, and here is the color blindness and hemophilia related to the X chromosome, and hypertrichosis related to the Y chromosome. In the last point, in the homologous region of the X and Y chromosome, shows incomplete linkage or incomplete sex linkage, because crossing over which is occur in the X and Y chromosome, and therefore in that portion or that part crossing over which is occur in the XY chromosome in the homologous region. But in the sense, the non-homologous region, X and Y part of the chromosome, shows complete sex linkage, because the chromosome, the genes which not separate in that part, because the crossing over which is not found in the non-homologous region of the X and Y chromosome. So in this region, the complete sex linkage or the complete linkage which is found. Okay. In today's session, we will discuss about the structure of X and Y chromosome in the human being. The chromosome which is responsible for the determination of a sex is known as the sex chromosome, is also called the allosomes, and that sex chromosome which are differ from the autosomes. Okay. Then some point, with the help of some point, we will separation of the X and Y chromosome or their characteristic feature of the X and Y chromosome, and easily separate in today's session. Thank you.